I took my dad ice fishing at Strawberry Reservoir. I took my daughter and her boyfriend with us too. So the four of us set out to spend a couple days there. We drove up on Friday night to stay at the Strawberry Bay Marina, which is a nice little lodge. It has a small attached restaurant to it that's right there on Strawberry Bay. And we went out, we had a snowmobile shuttle that took us out to the far side of the lake on Saturday morning. But on the first day, we went out and set up about a mile away from the marina, kind of to the south and east of where the marina is. And we fished in 10 to 20 feet of water.
Gave him faulty equipment on purpose. That's a pretty fish.
Old stuff. Let me get a grip. Fred, what's going on in there? Oh, that's because Weston's out here stealing all your fish before they can get to you.
Weston's first fish through the ice.
Yeah.
And then back down the hole. You ready, bud?
Pink power.
That wasn't as enthusiastic as last
Pink
time.
power!
So we fished, used some tube jigs and some of the little ones that look like grasshoppers with two legs coming off of them. I like the glow-in-the-dark ones with chartreuse, which is a green color. And we used waxworms and mealworms. And I've always wondered what mealworms think the moment that they're going down to catch a fish, but I kind of wondered what they look like up close. So I put some under a digital microscope, and they're kind of alien looking and pretty creepy. They've got little fingers and little mouthpieces. And very, very alien looking. So I'm glad those aren't any bigger than they actually are, because if that was the size of an elephant and was walking around, that would be really scary. But anyhow, back to the fishing. We went out to try out some new equipment. I've had an Eskimo gas auger in the past, and I liked it, but it was big and bulky, and sometimes I had trouble starting after it was several years old. But now I wanted to see what the DeWalt drill could do, so we took the DeWalt drill, hooked it up to a Nordic Legend ice auger, and took that out. It was a little bit glitchy first thing in the morning because the batteries had spent the night in the truck, and it was -7 degrees in the morning when we got up, so it was very, very cold. But the batteries, after the sun came up and hit the drill for a little bit, the thing just worked like a champ. So I think if you keep your batteries warm before you get there, the drill will operate a lot better. But once that battery warmed up, we had a 5 amp hour battery on it, and it was just punching holes like nobody's business. So it did a really good job. The Nordic Legend drill has a nice handle, so it's very stable to work with, and it's an 8-inch auger, so it's a good size hole. We were only dealing with about 12 inches of ice up there on this particular weekend. It was the middle of January in 2022. It was like exactly 12 inches of ice. And
12 inches of ice.
Cut right through it, as well as my gas auger ever did. So I was very, very happy with that, to not have to carry the big gas one out and deal with that. It would drip a little bit on my gear, so I like having the electric one in there now. But my daughter's boyfriend was the first one to catch a fish. This was his first fish through the ice, so that was pretty exciting to give him a chance to do that for the first time. So he caught a couple of cutthroats and we caught some rainbows. My daughter caught a couple of fish. She's famous for saying pink power because she likes pink lures, and has had good experiences catching fish with pink lures in the past, so that's her little catchphrase. And that's the first time she's ice fishing in a while too, though. It's been a while since we've all been out.
How do you feel about your DeWalt drills?
The thing's a stud. It's working better now that the battery's been outside and it's warmed up. It was having a little bit of trouble when it was cold. First thing in the morning when the battery was at 0 degrees from sitting in the truck all night. It was bogging down a little bit, but that's the 6 amp hour battery that's on it. Probably drilled 30 holes already today and it's still going strong. So
At the end of the day, we headed back to the lodge. We were in the North Star room, which has 4 queen beds. The lodge is very clean. It's very, very nice accommodations. The staff there was very helpful and nice. There's a little fridge and microwave, TV. No internet access though, no Wi-Fi here. Too far away from things, I guess. But good view of the lake where you can watch and set up a time lapse and watching people. You can tell when the kids get bored because they start sledding down the hill. But there's a loft up top with two queen beds up high.
Hello?
Hello.
I wanted to do a little experiment. My understanding is if it's below 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and in this case it was -7, -8 degrees, but at that temperature, when you step on ice, it gets squeaky. So when you're walking on the snow squeaks instead of crunching. So warmer snow crunches because when you step on it, my understanding is the ice actually melts a little bit on the edges and creates a liquid lubricant between the ice crystals as you're stepping on it, so it crunches more. But below 14 degrees, that ice stays in the frozen state. The pressure isn't enough to actually melt any of it, so it is ice on ice crystals. They pass over each other, and that makes more of a squeaky sound.
He has no traction.
No traction.
And that is how Weston hurt himself.
It's winter time. We're going to go ice fishing again. So I got a new auger. It's a Nordic Legend. But I'm going to compare that to this iceberg model, which is solid metal, and this is a 6-inch version. And I haven't used that one yet. I'll try that one out. But then I also have my Mora 6-inch that has done really well before it. And for both of those augers, I've used a DeWalt DCD 996 drill, and it's done a really good job with the 6-inch Mora one. It's done a good job. So I just got an 8-inch Nordic Legend auger in. So we're going to open this up and see what it comes with. It's supposed to have a handle and everything, and something to block it from going down through the hole when you drill the holes out. Alright, so this one's actually made out of plastic. So the body on this one is sections of plastic auger. Quite a bit, well, it's actually a little bit heavy for being plastic. So it's about the same weight, if not a hair heavier than the 6-inch one is. Because looks like the cutters are all metal. So it does come with a little shield to protect it here. There's a ring around the cutters also. That's cool. And it does have the pinpoint to help that dig into the ice. And the strap that holds that on. Yeah, that looks pretty well built. I'm impressed by that. And let's see here. No, I'm not going to put your sticker on my car. Alright, let's look at the handle bits here. Straight out of the box comes with some kind of strap probably to hold it down. Looks like this handle screws into the side. Oh, that's actually for the drill. Okay, gotcha. So this will back out. We'll gauge this. So this will let you drop it in an extra foot deeper than it would without this piece. So it has holes all the way through it, so you can bring it up down to this level or go higher depending on how deep your ice is. This opens up to keep your drill from bouncing around.
drill is very yellow. I thought it was going to be a little more DeWalt colored. A little disappointed. Sorry, I was hoping it would match the DeWalt. That'd be cool. Alright, once that's on there, that's pretty... Yeah, you want to turn clockwise. That's... I like the grip on that. That's way out here. I think that's going to work real nice once we're out there. So... yeah, that looks like it's really well built, so we'll try that on the ice and see how it does compared to these other bad boys. The Nordic Legend one is more orange. It's closer in orange than the iceberg one. The iceberg one's more of a an ultraviolet yellow color. Yeah.